The envelope was thicker than usual, glossy, official, stamped with the logo of a major UK energy supplier. Eleanor paused on the front step of their semi-detached home in Reading, adjusting the strap of her work bag with one hand while tearing open the seal with the other. Rain had just begun to mist the pavement, the kind of fine drizzle that clung to hair and jackets without ever quite becoming proper rain. She wore a navy blouse tucked into black tailored trousers, her usual office attire, and her ash-blonde hair was pulled back in a low ponytail, strands already damp from the walk from the bus stop. She glanced at the total before even stepping inside. Her breath caught. £387.42. Nearly £400. For 1 month. She blinked, checked the meter reading, the dates, yes, it was correct. Triple what they usually paid, even in winter. Her stomach tightened. She'd taken on extra shifts at the hospital admin office precisely to avoid surprises like this. With inflation biting and her daughter heading into her second year of university, every pound mattered. She pushed open the front door, expecting the usual mid-afternoon quiet. Instead, she was met with a blaze of artificial light. Every room was lit. The hallway spots shone brightly above the oak console table. The open-plan kitchen, white cabinets, stainless steel appliances, kettle steaming faintly from an earlier cuppa, glowed under its ceiling LEDs. She peeked into the downstairs bathroom, light on. The rarely used guest bedroom, lamp burning beside an unmade bed. Even the utility cupboard under the stairs had its tiny bulb switched on, as if someone had just been in there. And there, in the living area, sprawled across the grey fabric sofa with a pastel throw draped over her legs, was her 20-year-old daughter. Blue cotton t-shirt, purple midi skirt, bare feet tucked beneath her, phone in hand, scrolling absently through social media. Around her, the room hummed with unnecessary energy. 3 lamps, the overheads, even the string fairy lights above her study desk in the corner, all blazing, despite golden afternoon light streaming through the large double-glazed windows. Eleanor stood frozen in the doorway, the crumpled bill in her hand, heart pounding not with anger yet, but with disbelief. How? How could someone live in this house, in this economy, and not notice? Emma, she said quietly. The girl startled, lifting her head. Oh, Mum, you're back early. She smiled, completely unbothered. I was just, why? Eleanor interrupted, her voice low but sharp. Is every single light in this house on? Emma blinked. I don't know. I guess I just didn't turn them off. You didn't turn them off all day asterisk. Eleanor took a step forward, holding up the bill. This month's electricity bill is nearly £400. Do you have any idea how much that is? How many meals that pays for? How many bus fares? How many nights I've stayed late at the office to cover it? Emma sat up, defensive. It's just lights, Mum. It's not like I left the oven on or something. Eleanor didn't raise her voice. She didn't need to. The quiet disappointment in her eyes, the exhaustion lining her face, was worse than shouting. It's not just lights, she said. It's carelessness. It's taking for granted that someone else will pay for your habits. But Emma just shrugged, looking back at her phone. Honestly, it's not that big a deal. And that asterisk was the moment something in Eleanor shifted. She didn't say another word just then. Instead, she walked slowly through the house, switching off every light with deliberate clicks that echoed in the quiet. Kitchen, hallway, bathroom, guest room, utility cupboard. She returned to the living room, the only illumination now the soft daylight filtering through the curtains. "Stand up," she said. Emma frowned but complied, standing awkwardly in her blue t-shirt and purple skirt, arms folded. "Come with me," Eleanor said, turning toward. "This isn't the first time. I've asked you begged you every week since September. Don't leave the hallway light on. Switch off your desk lamp when you're not using it. You nod, you say yeah, and then I wake up at 2 a.m. to find the bathroom light still burning because you forgot. I didn't think it mattered that much. It matters because I'm the one paying for it," Eleanor said, voice cracking slightly. "I'm the one choosing between heating and groceries. And you act like none of it affects you. Like my work, my stress, my effort, it's invisible to you." Emma opened her mouth to argue, but stopped. For the first time, she really looked at her mother, the dark circles under her eyes, the way her blouse was slightly wrinkled from a long shift, the tremor in her hands as she clutched the bill. "I'm not asking for perfection," Eleanor continued, softer now. "I'm asking for respect. For basic awareness. And if you can't give that, then maybe you need to remember what consequences feel like." Emma's eyes widened. "Mum, you're not kitchen. Now." The kitchen was spotless, white tiles gleaming, a reusable coffee cup drying on the rack, the faint scent of lavender cleaner in the air. Rain tapped gently against the window above the sink. Eleanor stood near the island, arms crossed, expression unreadable. "Bend over the counter," she said. Emma froze. "Mum, I'm 20. And you're acting like you're 12, Eleanor replied, voice firm but not cruel. "This isn't about age. It's about accountability. You've ignored every warning. You've dismissed my concerns. You've treated our home like a hotel where someone else cleans up your mess, literally and financially." Tears welled in Emma's eyes, not just from fear, but from the sudden, sharp realization that her mother was hurt star. That her laziness had caused real pain. She hesitated, then slowly bent over the cool granite countertop, hands gripping the edge. Her purple skirt rode up slightly, but Eleanor didn't calm. Before, when Emma was 8 and lied about breaking a neighbor's window. Each smack landed with a soft thwack echoing in the quiet kitchen. By the third, Emma was crying not from pain, but from shame. From knowing she'd pushed her mother to this point. When it was over, Eleanor placed a hand on her shoulder. "This wasn't because I wanted to punish you," she said quietly. "It's because I needed you to feel that your choices have weight. That your carelessness hurts someone who loves you." Emma straightened slowly, wiping her cheeks with the back of her hand, unable to meet her mother's eyes. That evening, Emma sat in her room with only a single bedside lamp on, deliberately dim. Outside, rain had turned to a steady downpour, drumming against the window. Her phone buzzed with a notification. UK energy bills hit new high amid supply shortages. She clicked it, reading about families choosing between heating and food. She thought of her mother walking 20 minutes to work in the rain to save bus fare. Of her reusing tea bags 3 times. Of her skipping lunches to afford Emma's textbooks. And she thought of herself leaving the bathroom light on after every shower just in case, keeping her desk fairy lights on the 24th of July for mood, never bothering to check if a room was empty before switching on more bulbs. She hadn't been lazy. She'd been selfish. Quietly, she got up and walked through the house. Kitchen light off. Hallway off. Downstairs loo off. Even the tiny light in the airing cupboard off. She stood in the dark hallway, breathing slowly, feeling the weight of her actions like a stone in her chest. She remembered her nan once saying, "Waste not, want not," as she patched socks and saved tin foil. Her mum had grown up in a council flat with 3 siblings, where every light switch was a decision. And Emma, born into relative comfort, had treated electricity like air, infinite, free, and meaningless. Tears returned, hot and silent. Not because of the spanking, but because she finally saw it, her mother wasn't just paying the bill. She was paying for Emma's indifference. 2 weeks passed. The house changed, not dramatically, but meaningfully. Emma now flipped off lights the moment she left a room. She unplugged her laptop charger when not in use. She set a phone reminder, *energy check, 8 p.m. She even bought a power monitor plug to track her study desk usage. When the next estimated bill came, based on the smart meter, it showed a 32% drop in usage. Eleanor didn't make a fuss. She simply placed 2 mugs on the kitchen table one grey Sunday morning, steam curling from both. Earl Grey, Emma's favorite. Emma sat down, wrapped her hands around the warmth. "I've been tracking my usage," she said quietly. "I think I can get it down another 10% this month." Eleanor nodded, sipping her tea. "Good." A pause. Then, "I'm sorry, Mum. For everything." "I know," Eleanor said. "And I'm glad you finally understand." No more words were needed. Outside, weak winter sunlight broke through the clouds, spilling across the laminate floor, bright enough that no artificial light was required. Emma reached across the table and squeezed her mother's hand. In that quiet kitchen, with the rain finally gone and the house gently humming with mindful energy, a lesson had been learned not through shouting, but through consequence, reflection, and love. And from that day on, the only lights left on were the ones that truly mattered.